to another episode of Lily's Sizzling, and tonight we're going to be making another recipe with some pumpkins here to kick off our third season. We've done our travel edition, our last pumpkin episode, so now we're going to go to another pumpkin episode. And tonight we're going to be making baked pumpkins, and we're going to put cinnamon and sugar and all these nice things inside of them, and we're going to use them as a side dish. That's going to go along with our Cornish hens. So we're going to be making 4 Cornish hens, 4 pumpkins, and we're going to also roast 4 pieces of corn. So this is going to be a fall festival. So we're going to have a big fall festival tonight with my littlest pumpkin right here who's going to be helping out, and this is Lila, if y'all don't know. And she's, of course, chowing down on a pumpkin. So let's get to it and let's get started and have some fun times with Lily's Sizzling. We're going to take a bunch of these little Cornish hens here, and I'm just going to show you how to do one on camera. So we've got a lot to film tonight, so I don't want to run out of time on y'all. Squirt out some blood. Basically do this over your sink because they do get a little nasty, dirty. Sometimes they have gizzards, sometimes they don't. This brand was nice to not give us any gizzards. You're going to want to wash these little hens off. They are small hens that y'all can see. These are little tiny things. Come back, come back. I'm a tiny hen. Come back, come back. Tiny hen, tiny hen. So you're going to be...
ever taught you not to play with your food?
I know, it's so little. It's like, yay, I'm playing with my food. Yay. Okay, into the dish they go. So we're going to take out, and we're going to do 4 of these guys. We're going to just open them up, and we're going to make sure, gut check them. And this brand didn't seem to have guts. And we're going to rinse them off and put them in here. And then we're going to start getting these guys seasoned on up. Everything has to be diced. It has to be small enough to fit into the cavity of these little tiny chickens that you're seeing me play with and throw up in the air and play catch with. As Rock says, I play with my food. Alright. So just chop these up like so, and we're going to get these guys nice and minced. Good here. Little pieces tonight. Usually I don't care how y'all cut it or how I cut it or anyone cuts it, but when you shove it in something that tiny, it's got to be little, unfortunately. So just keep cutting away. It's going to take me a few minutes here. So chop up your red pepper, and if you want to you can do a nice orange pepper. That would be pretty too, but we're already having the orange with the pumpkin, so I went with red and green. Yes, I did. I went with red and green. You are just talking now. You are a talkative little camera spokesman over there. Just chop up your pepper. Pepper. So you're going to take your garlic and, the usual. Chop up your garlic. As little or as big as you want it. But try to make it liberal amounts. I'm going to do about 5 or 6 cloves here for these birds. We're also going to sprinkle some of this stuff over the top. So kind of get in here. And then get out your orange, and we're going to add a little bit of this orange on into here. God, I'm using the wrong knife tonight. I'm sawing through the orange like it's a tree. This thing. I grabbed the wrong knife. We still kept the old knives, even though we have the new ones, and sometimes I just grab the wrong one out of some weird habit of mine. And so here I am sawing things again. And the travel edition that just went up on YouTube. Seriously, my little green hotel knives that we were using were sharper than these things that I used to use. So you're just going to get some oranges here, and we're going to cut up an orange. The rest of the other orange we're going to use for the top of it. And we're going to spritz it with orange juice. We're going to try to reserve as much orange juice as we can, so you can spritz it also while you're cooking it. Bring out a lot of that orange flavor. Because if you add seasonings soon, the rule is that when you add seasonings, if you add them right away, the seasoning's going to kind of die off a little bit. So when you start cooking your stuff and you add, like, say, your pepper and your garlic, it's going to have a mild flavor. If you want to have a stronger flavor, you're going to add it right at the end of your cooking too. And if you add it throughout, then you're just going to really bustle up that flavor, which is what we're looking for in this dish. We want it to be really, really flavorful and remind us of that really beautiful fall type scents and flavors. So here we go. We have one citrus orange all chopped up. The poor grocery man. I've never known someone could be allergic to oranges because with asthma, it's one of the only things that I can actually eat that doesn't really hive me up too much. This poor man, you had to double stack your oranges. I felt so sorry for him having so many allergies to the oranges like that because, you know, I know how that feels. Yeah, isn't that pretty? That's really pretty.
It's very colorful.
It is very colorful. So we're going to take this stuff here in a few seconds after we add our thyme, and we're going to put it into our birds. So we're going to chop up some thyme as well. I mean, not thyme, rosemary. Wrong one. Thyme's for the pumpkin recipe. I'm a mom. I get nervous. It's easier for me to break it with my hands than use that knife. Wrong knife. I am so sorry, folks. I got the wrong knife. Alright, so see, you can kind of get the point here what we're going to be doing, and this is just going to be awesome. So we're going to stuff these birds with oranges and, yeah, it does. Oranges and rosemary and all these beautiful peppers and this garlic, and we're basically going to take in their cavities, and we want to stuff them full. Stuff them all up. Their cavity is just full of this. Look at all those beautiful peppers and that garlic. If you wanted to, you could have added an onion as well if you want more of that oniony type flavor too.
Make a candle smell like this. This is beautiful smell.
I think they should. It would be like a really nice fall candle.
Citrus,
Wait until you
rosemary.
smell it cooking in this. It's going to smell divine. Look at that. All those fall colors. It looks like fall foliage. I swear to God. This would be a really good almost like Christmas or Thanksgiving dish. Like if you have a lot of guests coming over for Thanksgiving and maybe just have a couple, this would also be just a really good little Thanksgiving dish. Alright, birds. Last birdie. Lila's watching. She's like, I want to eat the bird, Mom.
Ugh, keeps knocking my camera.
Yeah, I see that. She wants to eat. The dog's whining. They all want to eat. My birds. Get away from my birds, people. Alright, so let's try to get the rest of this stuffed on up in here, even if it falls out. We just want all these flavors and flavors and flavors and flavors. Just take it and shove it in there and get these flavors. Okay, so now we're going to work on the tops of these birds next. We're going to season up these birds. If they haven't been seasoned up already, we're going to use a little bit of sea salt. Just a little bit. Like sea salt. And now we're going to add the pepper on over the tops. So spritz them with pepper. If you have like a pepper grinder and like you can grind up some peppercorns, oh, that would be even better. If you want to just go as I do it, just get some little pepper from the store and pepper these folks on up all over them, all over the tops. Get that nice peppery smell and feel with it. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I know, I use a lot of pepper. Alright, so now comes the orange juice. If you can, save a little bit of this juice from this orange. Don't kill it completely so we can do this throughout at the end. So orange juice. And then butter. So you could do olive oil if you wanted to, but for these ones I want to make them kind of crispier, so I'm going to go with some butter. You could have brushed them all in olive oil, like a big olive oil bath. Alright, so we're going to place these guys into the oven at 350. It's going to take them a total of about 1 hour to cook. While we start cooking on them, because our pumpkins are going to take about 45 minutes, our preparation time for our pumpkins is going to line up perfect with this. So we're going to put these guys in 350, 1 hour, and we're going to let them cook nice and good. Get our pumpkins ready to go right now. So we're going to degut our pumpkins while these guys are cooking and get everything ready to go. So we're going to put these in. So we've got our little baby pumpkins here, and little baby pumpkin Lila fell asleep in cameraman's arms. So if you were snoring, that would be Lila snoring on the set of Lily's Sizzling. So we've got some nice little pumpkins here. We went out to a little pumpkin patch and we took all the children out there, and oh, they just loved it. And so we picked out these little pumpkins, and most varieties of pumpkins are edible. Some are just going to be more stringy, some are going to be sweet, some are going to be this and that. So these are a nice little edible variety, and we're going to basically make some little mini pumpkins. So this is going to be a really cute episode. The whole thing's going to be used. So we're going to put the top over it just like we're cooking like a little jack-o'-lantern. And we're basically going to season them up with some sugar and some different seasonings here that would kind of go into like a pumpkin pie. Think like candied yam, but pumpkin almost. My hands are going to wilt because I'm not wearing gloves. Thinking about that poor guy who was allergic to oranges, and now here I am with the pumpkins doing the same thing. This variety of pumpkin is nice and easy to scoop out. I forgot what the name of it was. We've used it before, and it's always been a nice little pumpkin to use in baking. They have them out here in Washington at this nice little farm. So you're just going to get all your seeds and your goop. Just like usual, the usual protocol with making pumpkins. I'm sure you guys have seen that. I might have 5 or 6 pumpkin episodes now. I love working with pumpkins in the fall, so you'll notice I do a lot of pumpkin recipes as well. Pumpkins are really healthy for you. They're really heart healthy, they're healthy, and I guess apparently they have something that contains like an anti-aging property in them. So if you want to not age, eat a lot of pumpkins. When Rox is 60, he's going to be rubbing a pumpkin on his face. Ah, wrinkle cream. This cane. Or heck, he'll be doing that now. Don't get Botox, folks. Use a pumpkin. So I'm just going to keep seeding these guys, and basically we're going to season them up after this. Basically going to spray this down with some good cooking spray. We're going to take our pumpkins here, because they've been out on the farm. We're going to give them a good rinse, wash out here. Shake your pumpkins, so that's demonstration. Spray them with the cooking oil. These ones have already been washed. Just giving you a nice good demonstration. Spray it. Get in there, guy. Alright. So we're going to spray them all down with this oil stuff here. And we're going to try to arrange them in here so they fit. They don't have to stand up perfectly. Something like that would be good. Alright. So let me dry my hands here before I stick them in a big vat of sugar and get sugar stuck all over me. Alright, so we're going to put a bunch of sugar inside each one of these. About a good spoonful of sugar, actually, would be good. Good spoonful of sugar. Like I said, think candied yams. So, and then we're going to add in a little bit of butter. Some butter. Boink. A little pat of butter for each one. There we go. Be a little bit more, and you can have a little bit more in there. So we've got our buttery pumpkin goodness. So we're going to put a little bit of clove. Just a little bit of clove. A little bit of clove, and a little bit of clove for this guy. There we go. Put him over there. We'll shove him in there in a few seconds. We'll use him as a demonstration pumpkin.
Yeah, drop the camera, sorry.
Don't drop the camera. A little bit of ginger, a little bit of ginger, and a little bit of ginger, and some cinnamon. Some cinnamon, 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 cinnamon. Oh yeah, get the cinnamon in there. The cinnamon's the best part. Don't want to forsake any of that cinnamon.
Don't be.
I won't be stingy. I'm going to put cinnamon all over the tops of them too. See the tops? Oh yeah. Oh, that's going to smell awesome. So now let's puzzle piece them back together. That one looks like a triangle triforce type thing.
Puzzle piece.
Yeah, I know. Round 2 puzzle piece. Have to figure out how to fit them in here and puzzle piece them together.
Now, you've had practice in the blooper reel.
Yes, I did have practice in the blooper reel. Let's see if I can do it this time.
Put you on the spot.
I know you did, brat. Now I can't figure it out again. This one is a weird... What is that, like a hexagon shape? There! I did it! I got him finally.
It's the process of elimination. There's one left. You can do it.
I can do it! I can do it! I got the power! I did it! Woo. Okay, so we're going to put these guys into the oven with our Cornish hens. Follow me. Into the oven, 350 for a total of about 45 minutes. Our Cornish hens have been in for about 15. So these guys are in here cooking, and they smell fantastic. There we go. That is always great. Okay, so they are into the oven and we are going to start making our corn next, which is very, very easy to make our corn. It's at the end that we have to actually do something with corn. Okay, folks, so now we are going to start working on corn. We're going to take some of the spray here. I'm too lazy to bring out a whole jar of olive oil tonight and brush a pan for this part anyways. This is really, really simple. You're just going to take your corn here, kind of give it a little vent by peeling it down some. A little vent here. Yeah. Screw it, a few leaves. Okay, so we're basically just going to cook our corn. Just kind of like how they roast corn at the fair, or even at the pumpkin patch where we got the pumpkins. They made some roasted corn there. We're just kind of roast it up right in the oven, but it has to have a little vent. Shoot. Remove this husk. Yeah. All right. This part's really easy to prepare. I did the same corn preparation like this where I roasted corn when I made the Indian tacos there, the Seven Sisters recipe, maybe about a year or so back. So, but this time we're going to do something different with our corn, is we're going to season it up really nice with different seasonings. Like we have some paprika and some pepper, and if you want it to, you can even add some red pepper on there, or some hot salsa to really bring out your corn. So, what is fall without some good corn? Let's remove that husk. Remove anything kind of too ugly to show. You want it to look really, really pretty when you get it onto the plate, because we're going to pull the husk back and basically unveil it with the corn husk out so it sits on the plate nice and pretty. It'll look just like it's right off the farm. Alright, so corn, and it takes longer to roast corn than to boil it. So about a good 35-40 minutes for the corn. That's what they look like. They're starting to cook up a little bit. They're not to sizzle or anything yet because this is all pretty fresh, but they've been in there for a good 15 minutes or so. They've got 45 to go. We got 45 here. We got about 35 to 45 there. So this will be done, and you can have this delicious meal in about 1 hour's time. That's not very long for a meal like this, something that looks almost like Thanksgiving or something. So this is like an awesome looking meal. So let's let this guy finish up cooking, and we'll come back and we'll check on him, and we'll start plating this stuff up after that. All right, folks, here are our Cornish hens, and everything else is done. We're just going to let these guys cook in here for a few more minutes. We're just going to use a little bit of orange right over the tops of them. Just like I said, reserve this orange juice for like the last 5-10 minutes worth of cooking. So then squeeze that orange up. Baste some of the sauce over the top of it. Because it's chunky, you're going to want to use a spoon. It's not like your usual basting liquid here. Just try to get these vegetables and that chicken stuff all on here. Look at all that delicious chicken juice. Look at that. It's a nice chicken juice all in there. Oh yeah. Just beautiful. Just the smell between the corn and the pumpkins and everything. Yeah, we have the cameraman smelling. He's like, that's delicious, delicious, delicious. All right, folks. Yeah, so there it is. There are our little Cornish hens. Our back ones here look done. So we're going to plop these guys in for the last 10 minutes of cooking while we prepare the corn and let the pumpkins cool. Let's get a plate. Let's start plating this stuff up. Really cute little pumpkins, folks. And inside, you'll look at the steam. Look at the smell. Oh, I wish you could smell that on camera.
I can smell it. Oh, you mean them.
Yeah, I wish they could smell it. So our pumpkins are done. Look at that. That's just beautiful.
Steam. You can see that
steamy
beautiful
little pumpkins.
steam coming out of it. Smoking pumpkins right here.
They are smoking pumpkins. And we're going to get our smoking corn up too. So our smoking corn is, we're going to basically start seasoning this in a few seconds here with butter, and we're going to use paprika and pepper. Alright, so here's our corn, and it's nice and roasted corn. I mean, it's going to look really cool on the plate like this. And you're basically, we had to let it cool off for a few seconds before doing this because it's nice and steamy and hot. We're going to pull it back and stick it on the plate just like this. And it's going to look all just really like a fall festival. That's really what we want to go for here, folks. Just spread your butter all over this corn. I mean, just ooze it on up with the butter.
You gotta stroke the corn with all that butter so you get it on all sides.
Yes, stroke the corn. Stroke it in even strokes like you're painting it with butter.
Painting it, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to add pepper on all the sides here of this corn. I do it right over the plate too, so the chicken's going to pick up all this flavor too. And then paprika over the top, just like that. If you want to use some cayenne pepper, you could use some cayenne pepper if you want to get really spicy. That looks really cool. So we're going to get our Cornish hens out next and stick a nice Cornish hen right up here on this plate, and we're going to plate it up. And this is going to look awesome. Fall festival, like I'm talking, this is cool looking. Guys, here it is. I mean, look at this stuff. Look at this Cornish hen. And look at our corn with our paprika and our beautiful pumpkin, and inside our little pumpkin, we've got him all gutted out here, and he's baked up with our stuff, and oh my goodness, it's all steaming, and it's just beautiful. Beautiful. The little stuffing here inside of him, look at the little stuffing. That's really, it's just, everything about it just screams fall. It just screams that we're like in autumn, we're near Halloween, we're in October. I mean, this is a really cute little meal here, and this could be served for like Thanksgiving if you're having a small Thanksgiving party too next month, or just whenever you want if you can find this stuff in season. It looks beautiful and awesome. So we've done our pumpkins here. We did the different seasonings in here. We did the brown sugar. We did a little bit of ginger, a little bit of cinnamon, and a little bit of the cloves with the butter. And we baked this on up, and we had our corn baking. We just throw our corn in there, and we just kind of, you saw me do it. You just skid it off, take a few little chunks off here and there, make it look pretty. And then our Cornish hens here, we made this nice stuffing here of the different bell peppers and the garlic and the oranges, and we squeezed orange all on top of it with the rosemary, and we put a little bit of sea salt and some black pepper up on there. Oh, it just divine. So here's another sizzle-tastic autumn meal for you for season 3. You can watch us on sizzletastic.com, roxheart.com, youtube.com/Lily's Sizzling, and you can watch us on our YouTube, youtube.com, Lily Sizzling, youtube.com, Roxheart, and you can go to the Lily Sizzling Facebook and you can watch us there. You can chat with me, submit to me always your recipe ideas, because I love to hear and see those from you. So we're going to be doing some more fall recipes, gearing up for the season here. So I hope you like this. This is going to be awesome. Bon appetit, folks. Thank you for watching. Bye.